Hello, and welcome to Brain Injured and Bored, episode 25, week 52. Hi. I'm actually filming this on Tuesday, not on Wednesday like I said I would, because schedules and plans have changed. So today is not my actual anniversary, that will be tomorrow. But it just works out better with scheduling that I just sit down and do this today. I was gonna film my dad, but he got a new kitten, so he has to spend time making sure that the cats get along. But yeah, I filmed the first part of this, and I kind of didn't like what I said. I was kind of just rambling, and there was no structure, which is fine. But I'm trying again to see if I can get my thoughts and ideas more clearly. I did tear up a little bit. I probably will again, because this is just a crazy, weird scenario and situation. I am not wearing the outfit that I did when I hit my head. If I remembered what I was wearing, I would wear it, but I genuinely have no idea what I was wearing. If you know, let me know. But yeah, tomorrow, or today, or whatever, is a week, and I was playing with your mouse, or a year since I had my injury. And that's crazy to say in two different ways. One, it's crazy to think that I have been through this for an entire year. And you know, some people have asked me, oh, does it feel like a year? Yes, it feels like a year. I have felt every single excruciating day to its fullest. I haven't felt this way since, like, you know, when you're a kid and like Christmas is coming and just feels like the days drag on, like it's gonna take forever for Christmas. It's been that way the entire year. But it's also crazy to think that I've been in this situation for a year, that this has taken over my entire life for so long. And I'm still not 100%, I'm still not better. That's pretty crazy to think about. And to just kind of think about and reflect on all that's happened. I don't know, it's just this is not where I thought I would be. And this is just where I am, and that's okay. I'm not, you know, upset or anything about that, but I just, you know, when I've thought about my injury, it's always been like, oh, I haven't lived my life for so long. I haven't seen friends for so long. I haven't participated for so long in the world and whatever. And it has felt like so long, whatever. But like when you, for some reason, saying a year, saying 365 days of this, just, I don't know, just saying that is, I guess, more isolating than I initially thought it would be. I'm sorry if the air conditioning's really loud, it's hot. But saying it's been a year since I have lived a life. I mean, because I felt it, you know, at 6 months, but it's been 6 months, it's been 7 months, it's been 8 months, it's been 9 months, it's been almost a year. And like we said it's been 3 months of this, and now we're finally at a year. And I don't know, it just feels so much heavier than those other times did. And at the time, those benchmarks felt so heavy. It felt like the worst thing in the entire world. And it just kept getting worse. And now we're here. And like, I don't know. It's just a weird, you think of like the numbers, right? Of how many days I've missed, 365, how many weeks, 52, how many parties that I've missed, how many birthdays that I missed, how many dinners I've missed. Oh no, this is where I start crying. It's just sad. And it's really hard. You know, it's never gotten easy. It's never been easy. It's never gotten better as time has gone on. It's stayed pretty much the same this entire year. But I'm I'm handling it better and I'm coping with it better than I was a year ago, or roughly a year ago, because I didn't really start, it didn't sink in for a month or so, but that's never gotten easier. And I still struggle with it every day. I mean, just this weekend, David went and hung out with his friends and had a pool party for July 4th. And even then, I felt the exact same, like, pain and the exact same just hurt that I felt the first time I had to miss out on something. Some things are easier than others. I mean, some things I'm like, okay, I'm missing that, but, you know, it adds up. And I don't know, this is just something that's never gotten better. And it won't get better. I don't think, if it hasn't gotten better in a year, this feeling of missing out and being isolated is never gonna get better. Because I'm still missing out, I'm still isolated. But I know I'll get out eventually. That's probably been that with the physical pain and the physical toll this has taken on my body are the worst, has been the worst parts of this year. And again, the physical toll has gotten easier. It's changed in different ways. I'm not in as much pain as I used to be, but there's still a lot of struggles, a lot of physical struggles, a lot of brain struggles. That's kind of more manageable. I don't talk about this because it makes me so sad. And what I've learned is that I have to stay focused on right now. I have to stay focused on the positive. I have to stay focused on just getting better, because if I think about all that I'm missing out on, all the stuff I want to do, like all the clothes I want to wear, if I think about that, I get really sad. And so I was not prepared to talk about it and like emotionally be okay, but whatever. We'll move on. If I didn't cry during that would have been weird. I've had to learn a lot of lessons during this time. And I think I've learned maybe about 10 years of lessons in 1 year, which sounds great. But given the circumstances, I would have taken the 10 years. I have always been a person who does not like help. I like to be independent. I don't want to depend on anyone. I don't want to rely on anyone. The only person I need is myself. And I don't want to be let down by other people. And I don't like asking for help. I don't like needing help. Just let me do it and leave me alone. And if I need you, then maybe I'll ask, but probably not. And I really value my independence and my freedom. Well, all of that got taken away from me. All of it. It's not just, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Everything was taken away. Everything was stripped from me. As if this is something that happened to me. Whatever. I mean, for the first 5 months, I couldn't do anything by myself. For the first 5 months or 6 months, I couldn't take a shower without someone standing right outside of the door to make sure I was okay, to make sure I wouldn't fall or I didn't need help. I couldn't get my own food for about 3 or 4 months. I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't take care of my cat. I couldn't take care of Nala. I couldn't just do dishes or laundry, or I just was so helpless. And I needed help. And I really struggled for the first 5 months of this because of that. And I felt like, it's not that I didn't feel like I deserved help. I didn't feel like I deserved to be loved because I couldn't do anything in return. I couldn't help other people. Like, I couldn't be of service to others. So like just being constantly taken care of and hating the feeling of being taken care of at the time, but also like not understanding why people were doing it for me because I can't give anything back to them. And so I thought oh, they're just doing it because it's an obligation. They're just helping me because they would look like assholes if they could. They don't actually want to be here. They don't actually want to help me. They're not getting anything out of this. They're not, nothing, their life isn't bettering by helping me and being here. So like, they just leave. Just don't be here. If that's true. And me and David had a lot of discussions about this. And finally it clicked. I don't remember why or how, but finally it clicked that, no, these people are sacrificing their lives, their time, to help me because they love me. And I don't need to do anything to be loved. I don't need to act a way to be loved. I don't need to provide any service to be loved. Love is not transactional. I can just be loved because I exist. And this revelation came when Nala stretched one day in like November or December. And I was like, wow, I'm so proud of this cat for stretching. And I was like, I'm just so proud of her for existing. And I love her for that. And then I realized, oh, I can love myself for just existing. And I did, and I have started to. So that's a lesson that I have learned. But I've also learned around like November, December, I fully just let go of not wanting help, not accepting help, feeling bad about having help, and like my independence. There was a big block of what I should be doing and where I should be at. And it's like, oh, you were able to sit in the living room for 5 minutes. It's like, I was out in the world. It's like, what do you mean? This isn't progress. I'm still in a shitty situation. It took quite a few months of that to finally kind of realize that that wasn't helpful for me. And what's helpful for me is, like I said, staying present in the moment, just focusing on nothing but my recovery and not comparing myself to how I was before. Because again, now in my life, there's a before my brain injury and after my brain injury. And I can't compare to how I was before to how I am after. And so I got over that. And I learned that being helped is really nice. Having helped is really nice. Having a community is so empowering, and like being supported in a way that I'm not also like controlling or managing or just trusting people, like undoubtedly trusting people, is so nice. And it's so sweet, and it makes me feel more loved because of that. And I accept the help, and it's good. I've definitely taken that with me. I will take it with me. Another thing that I have learned that I have to remind myself of, but I still learned it, and I want to get a tattoo to kind of like help me remember. But it's to be grateful for just the most basic, simple things. And this sounds really cheesy. And I used to hate it when I would say like, oh, I was sad or upset about something. They should be like, oh, you should be happy. You know, you have this or you have that. Like most people don't have that. That pissed me off so bad. Because it's like, yes, I know, I understand, but this thing still sucks. Don't like minimize what I feel or whatever. But now I understand it in a completely different way. As in, I'm grateful, not that I have like a Brita water bottle or gluten-free Pop-Tarts. These aren't good, by the way. They're fine. I'm grateful that my hands work, and I don't have to like think about using my hands. I don't have to work my hands and train my hands to get them to do what they want to do. My hands just work. And so do my legs and my feet and my arms. And having my brain stop working and having the basic functions that you just have and that you just assume you're always going to have, and you don't think about how they work and how to control them because that's just natural. That's just how the brain does. Having that stuff not work, and how tiring and how hard it is to like retrain it and to think about it and to work on it, like it just makes me so much more appreciative of like the other systems that just in my body that just do what they need to do without me like telling it to, or without me thinking about it. Like my hands, like, and again, this was a night where I was crying saying thank you to my hands, because it's really hard when a basic function just stops, you know, or it just doesn't work that well and you have to fix it. It's not the same as like Oh, I'm snotty because I've been crying. It's not the same as, you know, you have weak arms. And so you go to the gym and you work out your arms and then they're sore and it kind of hurts to do. That's not the same because your arms still functionally work, regardless of if you can lift 200 pounds or if you can lift 1 pound. Your arms still work and they're still lifting without you even thinking about it. With the brain, like, it wasn't even lifting. I couldn't even lift anything mentally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't even think about the process of, wait, how do I pick this up? How do I hold it? Like, that was such a problem. I remember the first time I tried cutting a potato or like cutting anything, and my brain, I just could not understand how to do it. And my brain couldn't understand how to see, which that's weird, you know? And another part that's been so hard about this is, like, if you break your leg hurts and you have to go to physical therapy, you have to work your leg and everything, and then you have to kind of like fix it. But then you can like lay down and prop your leg up and just kind of give it a rest and not really think about it. You can never rest your brain. You can never, unless you're dead or unless you sleep, which I've done a lot of sleeping, you can't rest your brain. There's no shutting down the brain. There's no, like, it's always working. It's always in therapy. It's always being pushed. And even today, even me doing this right now, it's pushing my brain. Like, it hasn't gotten easier in that sense. Of course, I can do more things than I could, but every single thing that I do is hard. Why is that getting me? Every single thing that I do is so hard. And I mean, I keep pushing myself because I want to get better. But I mean, I'm so tired all the time. Like, everything that I do is work, is therapy, is a struggle. Nothing has really come back to being second nature. Some things are like getting there, like making my breakfast in the morning. That's getting there. But having a conversation and looking at my phone and all that stuff is hard. And I get to points where I'm tired of it being hard and I want it to just work. But it'll get there. I just have to keep trying at it. God, I don't want to cry. Ugh. Whatever. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Another thing that I've learned, I don't remember what I was talking about. Whatever. Another thing that I've learned is I've gained so much confidence in myself. I think for a few reasons. I think one, because I've been so supported and so empowered by my community and the people around me, but also two, like, I don't give a shit about anything else. Like, I'm dealing with a brain injury. I don't care how I look in clothes. I'm gonna feel good on my clothes because I can wear clothes. That is empowering. And like, I have slipped up and I have felt self-conscious, or maybe I don't look the way I want to, and it's like, no, the ability to wear clothes and to like pick out an outfit and like go outside and wear it is so empowering. And so like, I don't care what I look like. I don't care if I have to get a different size. I don't care. Just having a body to trust is so nice. And like, I have been dealing with like weight and bloating problems or whatever the past few months, and it was really getting to me. But then I had to say thank you, hands. That's what I tell myself, and be like, no, I'm a bad bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck if someone thinks I look fat or ugly. Like, I have a brain injury. I literally don't care. I have been through the worst year a person could probably go through, like the worst year of my life, at least. I don't care. I don't care if I'm like in traffic and it's taking forever. I don't care if like the line at Target is long. I don't care about this stupid mundane stuff, because I just want my brain and body to work. Now, little asterisks. Right now, I do care if there is traffic and I do care if the line's long, because I get really sick and I just need to get home. But once I'm out of this, I won't care. Just stuff like that used to like really get in my head and like make me insecure and whatever. I don't give a shit about anymore. I do not care. And that's very freeing. That's really nice. And that applies to like absolutely everything. Like, I don't care what you think of me. I don't care. And like, I didn't care before necessarily, but like, I don't know, like I cared in my own head too much. I cared about it too much, and if that makes any sense, I don't know. I wasn't worried that other people would think I look ugly. I was worried that I would look ugly. Now I don't care if I look ugly. Let me look ugly. I think I'm cute. I think I'm hot. So I have a lot of confidence now that I didn't have before. I honestly feel like I can do anything. This is a positive. I feel like no matter what comes, I can take it for the most part. Like I've had this brain injury, and it's been so hard and so painful and just a nightmare. And then on top of that, I had to get a whole organ taken out of my body. And in that moment, I felt very defeated. I felt very like, how am I supposed to handle this? I'm already trying to be so strong to deal with this injury. How am I supposed to do this? But you know what? I just did it. And it wasn't that bad. And I was able to get through it. And it pushed me back a little bit, but like, I just did it. And that was it. And like, I need some like dental surgery or whatever. It's not important, but really, the doctor was like, it's kind of rough. And I said, well, for how long? And he said, about a day. I was like, bitch, I can do a day. I can do a day? Are you kidding me? A day of pain and discomfort. I have a whole fucking year. I can do a day. And so that mentality has changed quite a lot. And I don't care. Like I was telling my dad that I want my wisdom teeth removed. Like my top ones, I have my bottom ones out, but my top ones before I get off his insurance. And I know that it can be rough. I'm like, it'll be a week tops of it being bad. Like I can fucking handle that. And that's been really empowering too, to just know that I can handle anything. Like if I break a bone, if I need some surgery, whatever, like I don't think physically anything is worse right now or potentially worse than this brain injury. So bring it on. Don't. Universe, do not bring it on, but you know, the mentality is there. Yeah. I've done a lot of growing, and I don't know, like what you want to hear from people when they go through stuff like this is like, oh, it was so hard. It was the worst time of my entire life, but I grew from it and I would never take it back. I would do it again. I wouldn't do this again. I learned very valuable lessons, and I have taken with me some really important aspects that will help me and that I needed to learn. And I have so much stronger bonds with the people around me, and I have so much stronger relationships. But I could have done that in other ways. I could have done that. I could have learned these things in other ways at different times. I wouldn't want to do this again. I wouldn't. If someone like offered this to me, like you can do this or you can whatever, I wouldn't do it. 'Cause it sucks. It truly sucks. And whenever, like this whole experience, especially with like missing out and being lonely, that's hard in itself. Obviously, I think we talked about that. I don't remember. But the first 4 or 5 months were, like, I think I have PTSD from it. I swear I do, because when I think about it, I just get like panicky and I want to cry and whatever. It was torture. It was torture. I don't know why you say things twice to emphasize things. Whatever. That was the worst part. It was so painful, and there was no way out. Why am I talking about this? It was just in that dark room, and my mental health was the absolute worst it has ever been in my entire life. And I had very, 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 very strong suicidal ideation, because I just wanted it to end. I just wanted it to stop, no matter what happened. And it was so hard to push through that. And every once in a while, that comes back. But I just try to get back and focused on my recovery, because I'm now at a point where I can see what life will be like. I have goals, I have dreams, I have other things I want to do, and I feel so close to it. Which then I felt forever. I mean, everyone kept telling me I was just weeks away, but it didn't feel like that. Now I've put in the work and whatever. And I mean, I still think realistically I'm maybe about a year away from being 100% back in the world. But like, it's just so exciting to think about it and to do it, and I want that so desperately. And I remember in like December, I was really thinking about those thoughts, and I was like, I'm not gonna let my last fucking time on earth be in this shithole. I'm not gonna let this be what I go out of. So I'm still keeping that, because like hell am I gonna go through all of this just to not get back. Like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing that. That would piss me off so bad. I guess I've only talked about, I mean, I've talked about good things or whatever, but like, I feel like I've mainly talked about how sad I am and how hard this has been, because I just want it documented, right? There have been happy times, there have been happy moments, there's been really good things that have come out of it. The lessons that I've learned, the relationships that I've bonded over. Me and Nala are so much closer than we were before, and I've got to spend all this time with her, and I love that. I've really got to like find myself in different ways. I've been able to push and challenge myself. The past like 3 years before this, I really didn't feel like I was growing. I just felt really stunted, and I did a lot of growing during this time. I've been able to find joy in very little mundane things, which I never have before. I have been able to connect with people on such a different level. I have been able to just be, in a negative and positive way, just be with myself in a way that I haven't in a long time, or I haven't ever before. So, you know, I don't want this video to all be like me crying and sad and upset about how hard this is, but like, I have so much more of appreciation for my dad. No! Don't fucking cry, you stupid bitch. Okay, I'm thirsty. I have so much more appreciation for my dad, who like comes here every day, who has given up such a huge chunk of his life to help me, and we've gotten a lot closer, which we already were close. And I love him, and I love his support, and I love hanging out with my dad. Like, that's been great. And I hope he's gonna watch this. But I hope, no! This is what I do when I start crying. I just scream no. Why? I don't know. I hate crying. It hurts my eyes and my head, actually. But let's not do this. Whatever. Who cares? I guess this is gonna go on the internet. I don't really fucking know. I just hope he knows how much he means to me. And how much I love him. And how, if he wasn't here, I couldn't have done this. This is so cheesy. I fucking hate this. Ugh. God, I hate having emotions. It's so annoying. Okay. Composure, please, Laura. And then also, David, same things can be said about him, and how he's just, no! I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I don't want to cry during all of this. Not actually kill myself. It was just a saying. Sometimes you just gotta say, I'm gonna kill myself and move on. And how much support I've had from him, and how much he's like taken over, and which is crazy, because like he didn't have to do any of this. Like, he could just be like, I'm out, but no, he chooses to, and it's really sweet, and it's really nice, and it makes me feel very loved and cared for, and I couldn't ask for a better partner during this entire time. And then Nala, I've gotten to spend time with Nala, and I've like all my friends who have like taken their time to like hang out with me and talk to me. I talk in voice notes with some people, with Bonnie and Ren and Kendall, and then friends have come over to see me, and they celebrated New Year's, and we did a countdown to 9 o'clock because that's my bedtime. And there's been some very like good moments like that. My grandparents have helped so much. I mean, they take me to most of my appointments. They make sure I have food, and they clean, and they just care so much, and it's so sweet. And it was a really good moment whenever I got to go to my mama's birthday party and see her, and I could tell it meant a lot to her, and that was very sweet. And I'm just really happy to also get closer with them. I'm already close with them, but like a lot closer with them, and I know they've enjoyed seeing me progress, and it's been hard on them. And even with my mom, even though we don't have the best relationship, like I've had to rely on her, and that's like forced us to, I guess, talk some and whatever. And I think that's a good start into like the rest of our relationship. And I feel very loved by all these people. And if I didn't say her name, I still feel loved by you. I don't know, this is a mess. I don't know if this is ever gonna see the light of day. This isn't exactly what I wanted, but this has been my year. And why do I keep crying? I'm gonna throw up. And I'm really excited to see, I'm nervous to see what comes next, and like how I keep progressing, and oh god, I almost dropped my water bottle. How I keep progressing, and how I keep evolving, and how I keep recovering, and to see what the next stages of life look like, and how do you kind of try to live life while incorporating this injury. And it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be challenging, but I think it's only gonna get better, which is good. And yeah, happy 1 year anniversary, I guess. And I don't know. So this is gonna be my 1 year video. I'm not gonna do this again tomorrow. And I think I'm just gonna fucking post this. Fuck it, who cares? Who cares? I mean, I think it would be weird if I didn't have so many emotions. Whatever. So yeah, it's tomorrow, and then my party's on Saturday, and I hope it goes well. I hope, you know, everything works out. And I really want this time of year to be a celebratory time, because I know I'm gonna be really sad, like I am right now. And it's been a really hard few weeks, just thinking about it and preparing for it, whatever. And so I just want to have fun. I just want to celebrate. I just want to be with friends. I just want to have a good time. And that's really, I mean, I want to like celebrate every year, because this is a life-changing, traumatic situation. I want to flip it and make it a positive thing. So, well, that concludes week 52. A mess of a week. And hopefully I'll get the interviews with Dad and David done soon. And you can have their point of view of this year. But yeah, I'm going to lay down because my eyes and my head hurt. And then probably I might, well, today's not my year, so I won't order anything special for lunch, but I'll just continue my planning and getting everything together. But if you've watched these videos, or if you've like talked to me or hung out with me, or what, even thought about me, just thank you. And just thank you for the support. And I know this is a weird situation. It's kind of hard to understand if you haven't been living it, but just, I appreciate all of it. I appreciate all of you. All 10 of you. But still. We'll have to do something special for a year since Brain Engine Board, but that's not till like January, so we'll see what that is. Okay. I'm gonna stop rambling. This is a very long video. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah. I will see you guys next week and the week after that. And maybe this time next year, this video will look a lot different. I hope so. I hope this wasn't too sad. I just wanted to be honest. Okay, I need to stop, whatever. Okay, goodbye.